Here we go. Uno, dos, tres.
Peter Docos is maestro en español at Untitled Audubon Sanctuary. Yo tengo español por Peter en el clases Shellake por 2 años.
Good.
Muy bien.
Gracias.
Muy bien. Quiero darle las gracias al Spooner Advocate por venir al campamento y ver nuestra actividad y espero verlos por aquí pronto. Gracias.
¿Y dónde está? Oh, Luisa.
Sí.
Y necesitamos a 2 personas más. Janine y
Arda.
Arda, sí. ¿Dónde está? Oh, allí vienen. ¿Sí? Entonces escriban las respuestas. Si tienen preguntas, por favor, sí, indíqueme. Sí, dígame. ¿Estaban perdidas? ¿Estaban perdidas? ¿Perdidas? ¿Sí? ¿No?
No.
¿Estabas perdida? ¿No sabías dónde estábamos nosotros? Sí.
Sure, my name is Pete Ducos and I'm the director of the Spanish camp here at Hunt Hill. And they've been having this out for quite a few years, but this is my first year out here. And this time around we have like about 12 students at this time. Mm-hmm. And they're learning anywhere from beginner Spanish to pretty advanced Spanish.
Really?
Yeah.
So how are you working with such a diverse group?
It's a pretty neat thing. What we're doing is we first do some assessments, written at first, and then when they get here, right after they get here, we start and they check in. We actually do an oral assessment.
Okay.
The 3 instructors that we have, and then we sit down that night and we divide the groups according to how much they know. And we can pretty much with the assessment that we do written, we get a very good idea of what they have, you know, the tools they have, and then we decide our plan for the next days, the next few days. We're all prepared to teach anything from the most advanced, the ABCs, I mean from the very beginning ABCs all the way to the very advanced.
So you have beginning, intermediate, advanced?
Absolutely.
Okay.
In my group over here, I actually was working with the beginners. This is the intermediate group, and then one in there that's working today is actually the advanced group. We try to work mostly outside.
Is this a language immersion program?
It's a Spanish immersion.
Spanish immersion.
Spanish immersion. So most of us are talking Spanish most of the time to the students, unless they feel uncomfortable and something's happening, so we change it. They actually have a tag when they first get here that gives them their name in English, and then they choose the name in Spanish.
Okay.
And one side is white, and if they want us to speak Spanish to them most of the time, then it's blue or pink. And so then when they have it turned pink, we talk to them. We give them these little cards that we call them lifelines, and they get to give us one in the day if they need to ask us something in English or talk in Spanish.
Okay.
And so we take them away, and that every day they try to use them. And so we do that. We have, when we go into the lunchroom, for example, we have a table that's only for Spanish, but then all the instructors are sitting with the different groups, and we keep, trying to get them, encouraging them to speak Spanish. Okay, so that's how we pretty much
Programs
do it.
like this are really needed, aren't they?
They are.
Especially Spanish is so important in our continent.
Absolutely. One of the, I always tell everybody that when I came here, I didn't realize that there was so much interest in the Spanish language, and it's really an honor to do it. I mean, we love knowing that people are interested enough to take the time to do this. And I've heard people say, "Oh, I changed my plans in the vacation time to come over and do this," and we feel the big responsibility, and we enjoy it so much. It's really a good group. And normally the people that are doing this are retired, and they're doing it on their their time off, and it's like, wow, you're taking the time to do this, and we really love it.
Now, is Spanish your first language?
Spanish is my first language.
Okay, and Virginia?
No, this is Maria.
Maria,
Yeah.
that's her. Spanish is her first language as well.
Maria's Spanish. I'm from Puerto Rico.
Okay.
She's from Ecuador, and then we have Vigi, she's actually an English speaker that learned Spanish because she actually went to school in Spain.
Okay.
And we thought it would be a good combination
Right.
because if you notice my English, compared to Maria's English, compared to Vigi's English, are totally
Right.
different, but our Spanish is too.
Sure.
And so we have different levels, and it gives them the encouragement to see, for example, Vigi, who is an English speaker, speaks Spanish from Spain and speaks it perfectly well. You know, Maria speaks a very good English, and she's been here only a few years, and I speak a pretty good English, being you know, a Spanish speaker. So there's all those levels, and they can see that it's not how good you speak it, it's can you, and can you have conversation with somebody, and that's what they end up doing.
So you're here at Hunt Hill, which is a nature camp.
Yeah.
How does the setting here work with your goals of language?
Perfect. We go out and we walk, and we actually talk. You know, we look at a tree and we break down the sentence using the tree, anywhere from starting from the article to the noun to the adjectives to the verbs, and we keep on adding to that, and they enjoy it very much. Most of these people love nature, so this is like the most perfect. Not most, all of them do.
Right.
And so do we. So we ask them if they want to go inside because it's too warm. They say, "Oh no, we want the sun."
Okay.
So we stay out here and we enjoy it. So it works perfect. As this finishes, the day it finishes, which is tomorrow, in the afternoon we get together to break down everything we worked on. But then we're also going to start on working on a Spanish camp for children and families, which is going to be. Really we haven't decided if it'll be parents and the children, or if we're just going to have just the children, and we don't know yet if it'll be a Spanish camp where it'll be an everyday, a full week of it, or if they're going to just come in as a day camp. We haven't decided that yet, but everybody's very excited. That was every time I asked somebody if they would want to come in and come aboard, they'd ask, "Is there going to be a kids camp?" And we're all up for it. So.
Okay, I am Maria Nelson. I am originally from Quito, Ecuador, South America, and I am a Spanish teacher in the middle school and high school in the Spooner School District, and I also do the after-school program at the elementary in Spooner. And in this camp, I'm one of the teachers. So.
Okay, and your name is?
I'm Arda Davis, and I am one of the campers, a third-year camper at Hunt Hill's Spanish Immersion Camp, and Maria was my teacher this year.
All right. Language immersion, is very rare in northern Wisconsin. There, not too many exist. Much less Spanish, Maria. So, how important is it to have a program like this, a language immersion program?
It is amazing. It's an amazing opportunity for the area and for people that really want to learn Spanish. And a lot of the people that are here at the camp, they come from a lot of different places. You know, from Minnesota to Iowa to, I think we even have from Chicago. And it's people that really are interested in the language and they really want to learn it. So I mean, it's a great opportunity, and when you are immersed in the language, that's when you learn it faster and you acquire it, better in less time. And it's just experience for you, to use the language, to learn about the culture, to learn about different things that you cannot get anywhere else.
Why does language immersion just accelerate the learning process? I've heard it so many times that
because you are thinking in the language. Because if you want to talk to your teacher or get something, you have to use the language, so you are forced to use it. But if you know that you say, well, if I can get by with English, then you know that there's a different way of. It's easier. But if you know that you can only use that language. You use it, you force yourself to become better and to excel in it. And the vocabulary, you know that, okay, I need to know this word to be able to talk to someone, to communicate. And it's just the way that it should be done.
It seems like there's a need here. I was talking to the director just to have a language immersion for our school kids, because just about every school district in Northwest Wisconsin teaches Spanish. Yeah. But I don't think any of them have a language immersion program.
They don't, and I think it would be just something so great for the community and for the kids, because the Spanish is growing in the United States so much. And you know, when they are little, they are excited about learning the language. They are not afraid of learning the language, and they are like sponges. So it's easier for
Time to
them.
learn.
And then you know, you can make it fun. So then they relate. Spanish is fun. I want to learn it. And if they learn it when they are little, they can become proficient earlier in life. And now that Spanish is growing so much, you know, in the United States, they can have an opportunity when they are looking for a job.
Yeah, there's some areas of the country, like in Miami and Texas and Arizona, where you almost have to be bilingual to function, right?
It will give you an opportunity
Yeah.
in your career.
Yeah.
And you know, because the population is growing, there's going to be, you know, more opportunities and more need for those people that are bilingual.
So let's talk about it from the student's perspective. This is your third camp?
Yes.
So what's been the impact on you as far as language immersion and speaking Spanish around the clock, I guess?
The impact. Struggling.
Yeah.
But the joy of being able to use a new language in a way that you can communicate and have other campers understand what you are saying is very affirming.
So what do you enjoy most about the language immersion camp?
The camaraderie and the relationships of the teachers and their experiences that they bring to the camp from all the different cultures of the Spanish community from different parts of the world.
Well, that's you want to step in here? Why don't you step in here too? And your name again? Pete. Pete. I got all three. Well, that's something neat about this program because you have different styles of Spanish. So, Pete, you have you're from Puerto Rico,
Yes.
and then Maria, you're from Ecuador.
Yep, from the capital.
Okay, and so you get the students get that exposure to a variety of different types of Spanish.
That's right.
It's just like there's a variety of different Englishes. There's a variety of different
And the
Spanishes.
culture is similar, but at the same time is different.
Yeah.
And the accents to try and understand each one of the teachers,
Yeah.
what they bring, and many times the word that Maria might have may be spoken differently by Peter.
Right. Well, it sounds great. Well, congratulations. This is a good program.
Gracias.
All right. Muchas gracias. All right. Well, you can practice your Spanish too. So, what are your names?
I'm Lisa Dean,
And you're from where?
Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin.
Chippewa Falls. And you're?
I'm John Clark from Eldridge, Iowa.
Oh wow. You came a ways. So, what do you think of this language immersion experience you're involved with?
Well, I arrived Sunday night not knowing a word of Spanish, and now it's Thursday afternoon, and I am able to almost carry on a conversation. So I've really enjoyed it. I've learned an incredible amount of information about this language in a very short time.
Spanish in college for 4 years, 45 years ago, but I screwed off most of the time. Yes, I had a feint. If you want to know how I think of the class, I'm saying this, I probably learned more here. In 1 week, I learned at least 2 years of college. And that's honest to God truth.
Right. What do you attribute that to?
I contribute my instructor, seriously.
Yeah.
And I think you would.
Yes, I agree.
And she would agree.
Yeah, Pete's incredible.
The man's incredible. This is his calling.
Okay, you're making me blush. That's hard to do. You guys
Give yourself a raise.
no,
Yeah.
of ego, if nothing else.
It's because we're here all day and we're here for many days. Pete can take his time and make sure we really understand the material and go on then when we do, and then come back and review it and reinforce what we've learned. So, and you can't beat this setting.
Yeah.
Being outside and learning, it's beautiful.
He has, he doesn't put any pressure. Basically, he knows enough. If we're like today, we're tired. And he just cut it off, backed off, because this is our 4th day. It's like overload, you know.
Right. Well, language learning can be very stressful. Extremely stressful.
Yes.
It's probably one of the, when you say it's one of the stressful.
By the way, he did say that.
Yeah.
He did say that. So
Yeah.
he told us. In fact, he wanted us possibly to move. I wouldn't move because I think I'd got more on him than he
But it is language learning is one of the more stressful activities you can do, isn't it?
It is. Even I remember when I was learning, I would get so tired that I had to sleep a lot.
Yeah.
It just wears you out. It wears you out. So
Yeah.
they do a great effort. They're champs, these guys. They
Can I
really
make
do.
one more comment?
Sure.
We're going to talk about this whole place. This is, like she said, a fantastic setting, but the staff is fantastic.
Yeah.
No, we have kind of a little, not party, but
You can tell them what we do at night.
okay, we party and dance at night, and that even made it more better. I guess not more better.
Oh.
But
You have
no,
any
it's
of
a
that on video?
fantastic place.
We do actually.
Should get
Yes,
that.
we do.
You got to see him with his friend there dancing. We have videos. of
Yes.
that.
It takes the edge off. It takes it.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I want to tell you, the staff, I don't care from the director to him to the office people. It's just, and cooks, everyone. Been fantastic.
It's a very rich experience
It
because
is.
everybody's sharing their knowledge. After the class day is over, then we share our knowledge on
Yeah.
other fronts. And, you know, the instructors all presenting, which I'm sure you told him, each evening a program on their country of origin. And
Right.
that has been just such an incredible learning experience.
yes,
And then also to be immersed
Camaraderie.
in the food and the beverages and the music, the dance. It's just been
I think also
a complete
the
experience.
camaraderie. We got people here with high levels, middle levels, and us. But it's kind of a common goal regardless of who they are. And these people here, and again, I know I'm not overemphasized, but these people foster that. That's what's very important. You've got to feel comfortable. I mean, this is a place.
Yeah,
In fact,
it's true.
I want to come back. So
Good.
we'll be
Yeah,
back.
that's great.
Mainly because it's good.
Class. Events section here.
Some people are advanced.
Más o menos.
Sí, muy avanzados.
Oh, wow. Can I ask you just in English? I hate to break there. I know I used to be a language teacher. So, what do you think of this language immersion program? You're just speaking Spanish all the time.
I think it's great. I think they do a wonderful job.
Yeah. There's not a lot of opportunities for language immersion up here, is there? I mean, this part of the country. Yeah, I mean.
I did a Google search and found two. One in Bemidji, Minnesota, and then this one. I need Spanish to work with my clients in the clinic
Oh, really?
that speak Spanish, so I need this opportunity.
Okay. Have any of you been in a language immersion program before?
Yes.
She's been here 7 times.
7 times. Wow.
No, 5.
So, what's the impact of having a language immersion? I mean.
Well, I enjoy coming here, and it helps. It's helped me in the past with my job, but I retired, but I kept on coming back because I enjoy the camp.
Okay.
I like to travel. I need the language when I travel.
Okay. Well,
That's
you
my reason also.
traveling?
And immersion studies focus your attention. You know, a lot of us sort of drift away from studying when we're on our own. This is real helpful. And I stay tuned in for the whole week.
And you do what?
I teach English as
stay
a second
tuned in.
language, so
As a
it
second
helps me understand where they're coming from and some of the difficulties in learning English because it means that it's different in Spanish.
Right. Do you teach
English is a second language.
typically language? I mean, Spanish speakers, or?
Half of them are African and half of them are Spanish speakers.
Oh, okay. Oh. I get it.